Hello, I need to make a fix and upgrade to the van because the tap that came with the sink unit is utterly rubbish. There it is, and there's nothing actually wrong with the tap bit. It folds down so that when you've got the glass down, it's out of the way, and then folds up, and this bit here turns on a little micro switch that starts the water pump working. Well, it does when I've got the power turned on, which I haven't at the moment. And it's not terribly controllable in terms of flow. It's basically on or off. But the problem is not up here, it's down below. The problem is the way that the tap connects to this pipe. There's this little blue junction here, and whilst it's very securely stuck onto the pipe because the junction bit just squishes into the pipe and holds with a friction fit, it's also held in to this black bit by friction. And the trouble is that after moving this a couple of times in emptying and refilling the water tank, the friction is negligible. So when you turn the water pump on, the water spurts that way, acts like a little rocket, pushes that out the bottom of the sink, and now all your water is spurting out round here. This is rubbish. That is literally the connection. It just pushes in there and is supposed to hold by faith. Well, that's obviously rubbish. So what I've bought at, I must say, ridiculous expense, 40 quid this tap cost me, and it's ever so plasticky and, well, a bit rubbish really, but everything in the campervan world is a ridiculous rip-off. Replacement tap. This bit's much the same, that folds down, there's a micro switch in there, on and off. But, as you can see, the pipe coming out the bottom is properly, hopefully, crimped on to the bottom of the tap. And then at the other end, again, it's got another of these ribbed things that just push fits into the pipe down to the water tank. And that, I think, will hold in fairly securely. That's fine. Not too worried about that. But with both ends being secure, I will trust that it won't suddenly spring off like it did the other day and start spewing water everywhere. And then that's the wires for the micro switch, which I will need to resolder or recrimp or something. I think the first thing I need to do actually is take the water container out and unclip the wires that go to the water pump, and I can remove all of that and properly get this off and mess about. Hopefully the new tap fits in that hole. It did say it was compatible with this unit, this sink unit, so let's find out. Okay, let's see if that fits. Yes, it does. Okay. Presumably, actually, that should be on top, stop any water getting down below. Hang on a minute. Makes more sense, I think. Oh. Ah. It won't screw on. Blooming thing. It's going on at the wrong angle. Oh, these things are tiresome. I'm trying to go it backwards so as to lock it on. that it? There we go. Should probably get a spanner on that, but I think that's pretty tight actually. I don't really want to throw this away, so I might keep it as a spare and just try putting some glue all around here, so that although this will then be locked in position, where previously it could kind of rotate, at least that would hopefully hold it tightly enough that it does its job, and then I've got a spare. Or I could have just done that instead of buying a whole new tap, but I hadn't thought about that at the time. Right, just need to crimp these doodads on so that they will connect up to what I already have. Is that in the right spot? Yes, that's in the right spot. One, two, and these wires from the micro switch just interrupt the positive to the pump, so that when you turn the tap on the tap, it just allows the current to flow and the pump runs. Right, that's reconnected that one. Doesn't matter which way around these go. That's on. Right, just pop that back in its little holder. There we go. Water tank back in place. Yes, plenty of cable there. Those are all solidly back in place. Good. Now I just need to connect this up to the water pipe coming off the top of the tank. Water pipe, tap. God, I hope those are going to fit. This would not be the time to find out. Oh, do you know what? I think I need to heat this. Oh, it's only just going in. I think I need to heat that pipe up and warm it up a bit. Right. The good thing about having a camper van is that you can easily boil a thing of water. And look, the pump works. Good. Right, I'll just warm that up and then we can make this a bit more flexible. Right, let's see if we can warm this up a tad. Need some more flex on that. There we go, give that a 30 seconds or so, I suppose. Right, let's try that. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh. And there we go. Pipe connected. So now, if I turn the pump on, I'm going to have to push that out of the way. Hopefully we should get water in the sink. Let's find out. And not water spewing out of here.
Yay.
I am going to consider that a good job well done. I'm rather pleased with that. It is surprising how infuriating it is when you're out on a camper van trip and suddenly discover that all the water is spewing out in the water storage cupboard instead of coming out the tap. and no easy way to fix it at the time. So I'm pleased about that. Suddenly the camper is usable again. There is one small improvement further that I am considering making. At the moment, when you want to refill the water tank, you unscrew this yellow cap, and then you have to take the pipe and the wires leading to it and the water pump out so that you can remove the tank, the canister, and go and refill it. And I'm just wondering whether I might actually do something here with some hose lock quick connectors like you use on garden hose pipes, where you can just pull them apart, and then I could pull the pipe apart. I'll have to put some sort of quick disconnector on the electrical supply, and then I could just go pull and just take the whole thing out, instead of having the water pump left dangling in the van dribbling water, which is what happens at the moment, because once you've taken the water pump out and taken the jerry can away, the water pump is just dangling, and then it always has some water in it and it dribbles. So I think if I can disconnect and take the whole assembly away, that would be another improvement. So, another project for later. That's it for this one. Cheerio.